Chemical reactions. Describing chemical reactions by Mohamed Sayed. In this PowerPoint, you will able to identify if a chemical reaction has occurred. Write a balanced chemical equation from a chemical reaction sentence or word problem. Scientists have searched a lot and they found that cooking muffins is like a chemical reaction. Cooking food always involves a chemical reaction. Ingredients are mixed and produce muffins. Reactants yield products. Chemists use a chemical equation to convey as much information as possible about what happens in a chemical reactions. The word equations. Reactants are written on the left and separated by plus signs. Products are written on the right and separated by plus signs. An arrow separates the reactants and products. The arrow reads as yields, gives, or reacts to produce. On the right you will find the symbols used in chemical equation. The symbols are plus and arrow for right and left, and SIG, Q, arrow to the right, two arrow to the right, and one arrow above it, PT. The plus sign separates two reactants or two products. The arrow yields separates reactants from products. Used in place of arrow for reversible reactions. The symbols designates a reactant or product in the solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state placed after the formula. The AQ designates an aqueous solution. The substance is dissolved in water placed after the formula. Indicates the heat is supplied to the reaction. The arrow above it, PT, is a formula written above or below the yield sign and indicates its use as a catalyst, in this example platinum. The tips you want to have to be able to write a balanced chemical equation is you must have correct nomenclature, remember diatomic molecules, leave space for coefficient in front of each reactant and product, use physical states and symbols when applicable, and most elements are solid in natural state. Bromine and mercury are liquid in natural state. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, and noble gases are gas in natural state. An example for all that is hydrochloric acid reacts with the solid sodium hydrogen carbonate. The products for are aqueous sodium chloride, water, and carbon dioxide gas. Write an unbalanced equation for this chemical reaction. The unbalanced equation will be HCI AQ between brackets plus NaHCO3 S between brackets NaCl AQ between brackets plus H2O I plus CO2G. You can try to write a balanced chemical equation on your own. You should be able to write a sentence that describes this chemical reaction, like Na between bracket S plus H2O I NaOH AQ plus H2G. Solid sodium reacts with liquid water to produce aqueous sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Sulfur burns in oxygen to form gaseous sulfur dioxide. Write an unbalanced equation for this chemical reaction. It will be S small plus O2G SO2G. Balancing chemical equation. The law of conservation of mass states that mass is neither created nor destroyed. In order to show that mass is conserved during a reaction, a chemical equation must be balanced. Coefficients are used to balance a chemical equation. Small whole numbers that are placed in front of the formulas in an equation to balance it must be in simplest whole number ratio. Balancing chemical equations. Here you will have helpful tips, and I will tell you that no one solid way to balance. Some way balance by site, follow a strict order, make a table. Whatever the method, number of atoms going into the equation should equal number of atoms going out of the equation. Helpful tips: H2O may also be thought of as H2HOH. Balance polyatomic ions as groups only if they exist on both sides of the equation. Leave hydrogen and oxygen last to balance, especially true with combustion reaction. A quick summary is that you will be able to identify if a chemical reaction has occurred, and you will be able to write a balanced chemical equation from a chemical reaction sentence or word problem. Thank you.